Welcome back, friends. So yesterday we were talking about our tens blocks. So we remember that there are how many squares in a tens block? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we know that there's 10, so we don't have to go, let me count each one. We can just go 10, 2 is 20, 3 is 30, and so on. Today we are going to add in the little cubes that I showed you a little sneak peek yesterday, the ones cubes. And remember, they're different than our cubes that we use for counting cubes or pattern cubes. All those other things we do with them. These ones are smaller because they match up with the tens. So if you take them and you snap them together like this, and if you look at this, there's 10, and then we have some left over. So let's see how many we have here. So we know, I can look at this, right? I know there's 10 in here. So I go 10, and then I'm counting on. So 10, 11, 12, 13. So 1 10 and 3 ones equals 13. Now we're going to do this together on the whiteboard so we can kind of see it played out. So the one we just did, we had how many tens? Good, we had 1. So under it says tens, T-E-N-S, tens. I'm going to write the number 1 because I only had one of these, right? Yeah. And then I'm going to count how many of the ones cubes that I put together. So let's count 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to write 3. And we look at this and we can see a number that we know. And if you said 13, awesome job, right? So 1 10 and 3 ones equals 13. Very good. All right, we're going to try another one. I'm going to write in orange this time. So this time, should just look at, all right, there we go. All right, over here we have 1 10, and then we have some ones stuck together. So let's count how many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to look at my tens and ones little box. And when I hold these up, how many tens do we have? Good, we have 1 tens block. So we're going to write the number 1 under the tens. And then we counted these, but let's count them again just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So under the ones, because ones mean that they're individual, I'm going to write 5. So I want you to look at this. We have 1 and 5. 1 10 and 5 ones. What number does that make? Good job if you said 15. Awesome. So 1 10 and 5 ones makes 15. This is just a way to look at how numbers are made up. We're not adding them together, we're not subtracting them, but it helps us to understand that numbers are made up of different things, just like how words are made up of different letters. So we're just kind of breaking it down. All right, on the back side of your paper, you're going to see something that looks like this. Okay, so you'll see you have 1 tens block, and then you'll see you have 10 1 blocks, and you'll see the box with the tens and the ones, and then you see the dotted line. In that little box, you're going to see something filled out right here. So let's do that together. We're going to pick a number. All right, here's your number. 1 tens and 4 ones. So we're going to look at the tens, and with your pencil or your colored pencil or your crayon, you're going to color 1 tens. And I'm looking at this, and I'm reminding myself that the tens are the ones that are all connected. So I'm not going to color these. I'm going to color the one that's all connected. And just like yesterday, I'm just going to kind of put a little line but you'll color the whole thing like how you normally would. So we have 1/10, check. I did that part. Now I'm gonna look at the ones, and I'm reminding myself the ones are the ones that are all separated. And how many of those separated cubes am I gonna have to color? Good, 4. So I'm gonna color 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1/10 and 4 ones. So now I want to see what number that makes. So I can look here and I can write, all right, I have 1/10, so I'm gonna write the number 1, and then I have 4 ones, so I write the number 4. And that equals 14. Now I want to double check, so I'm going to count. So remember, this is 10, so I don't have to count that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I just double checked to make sure that my answer in my picture matched the clues that they gave me. All right, you are going to get a chance to do this now. If you are looking for something like my cubes, I have the paper version for you in your math resource pack. The 10s, this one's longer than the blocks, but you remember you want to keep this all connected because that's a 10s. The ones that are separated are the ones, and that's okay if they are separated. All right, guys, let me know if you need any help. Have fun.